Hey friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Look how incredible these Diamond Select toys, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas action figures look. They are WALGREEN'S exclusives, and while yes, you can get these in the bigger sets, the way they are sold right now are exclusive to WALGREEN'S, so go out and get some. But I can't tell you enough how absolutely amazing they are. So guys, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from in the world. Share this video with everyone who you think would love it, and give us a big thumbs up right before we get started. So guys, what do you say we get started right now?
It's so nice to meet you, Gigi.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G. I will see you on the TV.
Congratulations on all your success.
Super Channel G.
Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G, and look how incredible these Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas Diamond Select Toys action figures look. They look absolutely wonderful, and just to let you know, these are the WALGREEN'S exclusives, and these are collected over last year's 2 waves and the 2 figures from this year. And right now, today, October 29th, is actually the 26th anniversary. So these from 2018 and 2019 are the sets that we got, and we're really excited. So since it is the anniversary, we're gonna dive right on into these and take a closer look. What do you say? So why don't we start with taking a look at okay, this was the very first set, so let's take a look at this, and then we'll dive right into opening them. So to commemorate the 25th anniversary of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas movie, which came out October 29th in 1993, can you believe it? So WALGREEN'S had these figures that were, of course, Diamond Select toys. And something I want to share is that Diamond Select Toys has been has been creating these really incredible action figures for Nightmare Before Christmas for a while. And if you get them, they usually come with this build a background type like this. And so it's really exciting that, you know, that might be like $25 for that one, but these were like $14, $15 without a background, and you're able to at least get the action figures. So you can get them both ways, but at WALGREEN'S you get them like this with just the action figures in the stands, which is still really cool. So if you notice, this one is Pajama Jack with 0, and right here it says NBX WALGREEN'S. So Nightmare Before Christmas, or Xmas, that's why it has it like that. And the second set, you're gonna see it says the same thing, NBX WALGREEN'S 2, because that's the second wave. But anyway, this one comes with these 3. We're gonna look at these 3 right now, and that is Pajama Jack with 0, Pumpkin King, and this is really cool. Of course, he really only wears this right at the beginning when they introduce him, and he's wearing that pumpkin head. And then Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And these are the 3 kids, right, that look to kidnap Santa. Those are the 3 from the first wave, the 3 boxes. And if you'll notice, these were all 3 of these were smaller boxes than we're about to look at. So the next wave that came out was this right here, which was Sally and Mummy Boy. And of course it was these 3 sets, and all these boxes were bigger. This is Vampire Jack and Winged Demon, so that looks cool. And then last but not least, we have Devil and Undersea Gao. Look at that. So pretty awesome. And then this year's, there's actually 3 sets. We only got 2 of them because one of them was basically just going to be this one all over again. But we have Jack Skellington, and look, he's so big that he's actually being blocked over here by the box. So if it's traditional Jack, which didn't come last year, if you'll notice these other 2, we have Sally with Zero. The Zero figure looks pretty much the same as the previous one, right? I don't know if the ears are slightly different. No, it looks the same. But the Sally is slightly different. Where's Sally right here? And I don't know if it's the sculpt or just the face, but if you notice, open mouth here, closed mouth here, and then might be a slightly different sculpt or paint. But we'll take a look at that. So we'll go ahead and dive right on in. And what do you say? I guess we'll start with this year's 2 sets because it has the most important Jack we need, which is a traditional outfit, and Sally and Zero right here. And guys, let me know in the comments if you'd like us to open this Jack Skellington that has the graveyard in the back. You know, that'll be awesome. Look at that. And we have this Oogie Boogie. And these are the full-blown Diamond Select boxes. And here he is right here. Look at that. So, really awesome. Okay, so, oops. Let's get started. And let's see, let me put these up. Just for a moment. Uno momento. There we go, we'll set these aside over here. And let's dive right on in. So our first box right here is going to be Jack Skellington. And look how awesome this figure looks. Looks absolutely great. Looks just like the movie. And let me take that so we can get back in focus. The box looks great. Love the way it has all that right there. And let's see what the back says. It's definitely got a wonderful write-up right here, right? Look at this awesome artwork right here. So, it says, Jack Skellington, action figure. Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town and patron saint of Halloween, had grown tired of his yearly routine when he discovered a doorway to another world called Christmas Town. Fascinated with the trappings of this new holiday, Jack tries to take over Christmas duties from Santa Claus, but he is as clueless about joy and merriment as the other scary, happy citizens of Halloween Town. Now, with Christmas in danger of not coming at all, Jack must undo the damage he has wrought. This action figure of Jack Skellington from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas features multiple points of articulation and comes with a display stand, sculpted by Cortez Studios. And then, of course, also available ones we just showed. So this is the one you can get at Walgreens right now. It is a Walgreens exclusive. But, as I mentioned before, you can get like at your local comic book store or wherever you get Diamond Select toys, the big sets that have the backgrounds that come with them. So it looks really cool. I love that purple that's right there. It's definitely a great theme. And let's take a look at this. All right, little insert right here just to see if it has other things that we can maybe want to get our hands on. This licensed product from Diamond Select Toys. You can go to diamondselecttoys.com. And oh man, look at that. And these are from the big sets that we just saw right now. Look at that. Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, Series 4. Man, that is so awesome. Let's see if anything in the back. Mini Mates, and of course we have some of those. But I don't know if we have any of the really good ones. I think we have these two right here, which are really cool. They're really cool. The glow-in-the-dark ones, but man, I would love to have, especially that one with the fountain. Anyway, we'll move on. You guys know how I love Mini Mates, so maybe we should start a channel of just Mini Mates. So, there we go. Put that aside. And let's dive right on in. Come on, Jack Skellington. Am I gonna have to cut this open? I guess so. Yeah. Oh, I did cut it, but only partially. There we are. Whoa! It came flying out. Wow, and it looks cool. Look at that. It's absolutely great. Look at those little feet. So let's get the stand out. Check this out right here. We'll take a look at that to see how it's structured. Boom. Set that aside. Okay. So let's zoom into this Jack Skellington right here. Let me tell you, he looks wonderful. Look at that. I love the way it's showing his teeth right there with his mouth open and his eyebrows up, excited like that. Look at that. Let's get this little fuzz off of him. Look at the great detail here. So let's see where we have articulation. It would appear that the head is supposed to turn and articulate, but I'm a little scared because it looks like it's not moving. I don't want to crack the head off. So if you notice the way it looks in there, it looks like it's supposed to spin, but you know what? Just for the sake, I'm not going to turn it. I'm afraid it'll crack off. Let's see what sort of shoulder action we got going on. And it looks like we do spin. We can move it back and forth, but it's not really cooperating with me. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more so you can see it's one of these where it's got like two halves of a ball. There we go. And it's probably supposed to spin, but I definitely don't want to break it. So something to keep in mind. It does move. And then here's a closer look at what that probably looks like. So we can extend like this, and chances are we can turn it. See, it just wasn't turning super well. And this part, to give you an idea, it is fragile, so be careful because that'll just slip right on out there. The wrist, if I can get us back in focus, sorry about that, does turn, but it doesn't pivot back and forth, so it only spins. So you know that. Same thing on this one. And you do have the elbow that moves, that turns, so that's cool. And look at this, this is soft enough to be able to move like that. Look at the great detail on here. Sorry, I want to make sure I stay in focus. It looks like he also has some sort of like waist articulation, I'm assuming right here, right? And then we have these parts where the legs can move like that. You can turn them in, bring them down, but it's not super heavy duty, so just keep that in mind. The knees do bend, look at that. And the little feet, they just turn. So look at that. Made in China. I was like, what does it say there? But look how great this figure looks. So let's take a look at this stand. The stand has very similar joints right there. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep going so badly out of focus. If we can angle here, we have a couple of joints here. Okay, and we can also turn it. This one doesn't feel, oh man, this one's hard to move, so you need to support both sides so it doesn't crack off. But you can probably turn that a little bit to loosen it if you need to. Look at that. Definitely support both sides so it doesn't crack off. This turns and moves there. So I'm sure we can place this right here. You can lean this forward. You want to have it from the back there. You can probably turn this. Let's see. There we go. And put it right here in Jack's back. So we can stand him up. There we go. Look at that. That looks absolutely wonderful. And if I do say so myself, look how great that looks. Wow. I'm definitely digging it. Okay. So let's set him up. Let's see. Right on over here. And that was pretty simple. And I think he looks absolutely great. Look at that. Okay. Why don't we move on next? What do you say? Cool. All right. And next we have Sally with Zero. Again, look how great this art looks on this box. Look at these skulls right here. Diamond Select Toys, I've already mentioned that. It actually says ages 8 and up, and it's probably just because the these action figures are super delicate because they're not heavy duty joints and so on. So let's see what the back says right here. It actually says Sally with Zero action figure. Sally is a rag doll made from various body parts and stuffed with leaves, and she lives in Halloween Town, the stitched together creation of Dr. Finkelstein. She is locked up at night and rarely allowed to go off on her own. But her love for Jack Skellington and her concern over his plans cause her to defy the doctor, leaping from her high window and even drugging him with deadly nightshade. Can she stop Jack from ruining Christmas and save Santa Claus? This action figure of Sally from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas possesses multiple points of articulation and is in scale to other Diamond Select Toys action figures sculpted by Cortez Studios. That's so awesome to know. Look at that great artwork. And let's get her out. Let's get her out. Put that right there. Pop her on out. Slide this bad boy right here. And you know what? I'm just going to assume this is the same because this is the one that came here. Alright. And this one has, wow, look at that. 2 stands, one for 0. We're going to open this on the same side. There we go. Super cool. Double stands in here. Alright, cool. And to be honest, I just got these 2 figures at Walgreens yesterday, so perfect timing to celebrate Nightmare Before Christmas. And guys, talk to me. What is your favorite scene? Who are your favorite characters for the Nightmare Before Christmas? And if you wanna, stay tuned to the end. I'll tell you who are mine. And if it's Jack Skellington, well then say which Jack Skellington outfit you prefer in Santa Claus 1, so on and so forth. So let's take a look at this 0. The 0 looks outstanding. Look at that. I got a little blemish right here, which we're just gonna have to sand down, right? But we won't do that right now. But I have a little blemish right here. We'll take that off another time. It looks absolutely great. Look at that. He's like a haunted little sheep blankie, like a dog though. And then we have this clear stand right here. So I guess technically you can put either end in here. I'll just put this right here. In there. Best way to get it in. And this one actually moves a lot smoother than the other one that we just did for Jack. Oh, I spoke too soon. Like, hey, look how smooth. I spoke too soon. Alright, cool. Let's see. Ugh. Probably gonna have to loosen that one up right there. Oh well. Let's just do this. Let's make it easier on us. What do you say? Let's just have it a go like that. That's cool. And we'll just put that right on in there. And is that good enough? Nope, it's not. Oh, I definitely don't want to break this. So I might have to loosen this after all with a screwdriver. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry guys, maybe I can just, oh, this one's too big. Sorry about that. Alright. Just give it a little twirl right there. And ooh, maybe too loose. But we're right on track now at least. So okay, there we go. Cool. So we'll turn that there. Turn that just like that. It should be good. Should be golden. Oh, if I can get him to stay in there. Oh, okay, I need to just twist it harder. There we go. There we go. That'll be good enough. How's that? I think that looks great. Check that out. Okay, we'll have another 0 in a moment. Okay, and let's get our Sally. Let's take a look at this Sculpt. The Sculpt looks great. The paint looks great. The hair, I wonder if, yep, see, because the head does move. It's just our Jack, his was a little stiff in there. So the hair looks cool. Look at this. Soft little like vinyl. The line across it, that's alright. And let's see what sort of articulation mobility we got. Okay, so it definitely moves here, the shoulders, and it's a little stiff at first, but If you support it, it does move well. Look at that. Just make sure you support it well by pushing here. You can hear how tight it is. Okay, and then looks like we have that same type of ball joint right here at the elbows. So again, support everything as you turn it. Support everything as you turn it. Just find what direction that ball joint is pointing in, and that's the way you want to turn it. Okay, so we should be able to move the wrist. Okay, and then does it turn at the waist? Yep, sure does. Look at that. Look at her dress. That looks cool. And then it looks like her dress is like super stiff like that, and the legs look like they have extra articulation here, but you're not gonna be able to move them very well. You can really only move them there at the knees. Look at that. So I don't know what to tell you there because they're kind of off a little bit, but that's all right because I'm gonna try to get her knees not knocking together, but that's all right. And then do her ankles turn? Looks like they do. Look at that. But she's not really meant to stand on there. She's meant to stand up from this stand. So that's exactly what we'll do. But since the stand is so tall, look at that. You definitely need to have the stand bend a couple times. So we'll stick this right in there. Bring this down. There we go. Maybe we can. Trying to think like what the best way we can do so that we can still have her stand pretty. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna have to loosen this one also if it doesn't comply with me. Look at that. So that'll work. Look at that. We have to have it at a 90-degree angle over here. We can do that. Put that in there. We're just still a little tall. So there we are. And we can turn her head like that. And she's a little heavy that way, but you know what? Maybe we can bring this down a little bit. Just a smidge. She's a much heavier action figure clearly than Jack Skellington. But also her elbow is not wanting to cooperate very much. There we go. And I'm sorry, I was kind of lost there, but I was trying to get this going right here. So, let's see about that a little bit. Nope. I'm still trying to get this to stand up. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. So we'll bring this right over here. Maybe we can move him just a little bit. Put her right there. Right? How's that? Look. And then we can bring Zero right over here. I think that looks pretty cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, cool. Let's move on. Alright, what do you say we move to wave 1 of the ones from the 25th anniversary? Pumpkin King. Look how great this one looks. Halloween Town. Man, this looks so great. Again, look at this beautiful box. Wonderful art. Look at that. And let's see what it says back here. This one comes with a torch. It says, Pumpkin King action figure. Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town and patron saint of Halloween, had grown tired of his yearly routine when he discovered a doorway to another world called Christmas Town. This deluxe action figure of the Pumpkin King from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas features multiple points of articulation and comes with a display stand, sculpted by Cortez Studios. Awesome, we're about to open those too. Also, look at this great artwork. So let's get them out. Let's cut this bad boy open right here. So, if you haven't already, comment below what you think of these figures too. I'd love to hear from you guys. And there we are. Look how great this looks. Look at that. Uh-oh, where's his other foot? Like, did they forget to give us one of his feet? Ooh. I have to contact Diamond Select Toys and say, you forgot a foot. So that's a little strange. It's very strange, actually. Let me check the box to make sure. Nothing in here. We forgot our foot. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Really looking forward to this. I mean, he's still an overall very cool action figure. But, interesting. Okay, so we'll just set this aside. We'll pretend like we're not missing the foot for now, just so we can continue the awesome review. And the fact that, first of all, he looks amazing. But, anyway, obviously there's a level of disappointment there. Let's zoom on in and let's take a look. Look at this beautiful face sculpt. This awesome sign behind him. And let me see, can his head turn at least? Sure can. Look at that. Got great articulation there. Look at the beautiful paint job. Look at the awesome way that the clothes are tattered and kind of just waving in the wind there. We again have this joint right here. Look at that. Not a big fan of this joint, but at least it's working well. And then with the same one here. And mind you, these will all slide out pretty readily like that. So just be careful of that. Looks like the wrists do turn. It does not go back and forth, but it does turn. And let's see. Cool. Let's see, we have these joints again here. So we can turn that. Ooh, definitely don't want to break it. But we do need to turn it. Let's see. Looks like we have joints that just turn right here in the high part of the thigh. And we have some sort of ab crunch going on right here at the waist. So that's cool, so you can turn there. The feet look like they turn. It looks like this one was broken off, if you notice that. So, just throwing that out there. Diamond Select, if you see, we definitely need another foot. And check it out how this one's tied here and this one's not. So I'm assuming that's movie accurate, because I wouldn't know just off the top of my head. But look how great this pumpkin sculpt is. Look at that. They look absolutely gorgeous. Halloween Town, right? So, unfortunately, we cannot articulate this leg out, so like he's doing those walking the big stomps. So just keep that in mind. But it does look absolutely great. So I do regret that we can't move this leg up like we can on the other figure. Nonetheless, looks very mean and fierce. Here we go. And let's give him his torch, right? Look at what this looks like. I'm like, does this turn and pivot a little bit? Maybe, but it might not be on purpose. Look how cool and this looks. Looks great. Then we have, of course, our dynamic action figure stand. Which, wow, this one moves pretty good there. It's pretty stiff here. Okay, at least snaps good here. Oops. And moves good there. Okay, great. We can put this right in here. So we can just kind of twist. Wow, that's how tight it is in there. I'll put this right here. And then, let's see, he's leaning kind of like that, so let's bring his legs forward. Let's see where this joint is. There we go. And we can definitely, let's see, in the picture, it has this being held like that. I think it's definitely way too heavy to be held like that. This bad boy has got some weight. And these fingers right here are super flimsy. So there's absolutely no way, but I'm gonna try to have that in there. Like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go in there. But I'll try again. Maybe we can turn this. Not gonna happen. set it over here, and we'll have him kind of stand out like that. Look at that. You can turn your head a little bit. There we go. We definitely don't want him to be upstaging Sally. So that looks good. What do you think? Awesome. Okay, next from that set, we have our 3 trick-or-treaters. We have Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And let's pop them on out. Look how crazy they look. Now these kids were a little creepy. Look at that. But, you know, this is Halloween. And then this Pajama Jack will be next. So, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Lock, Shock, and Barrel are the world's greatest trick-or-treaters, as fond of a trick as they are of a treat. Although not wholly trusted by the residents of Halloween Town, they were nonetheless employed by Jack Skellington to retrieve Santa Claus. These deluxe action figures of Lock, Shock, and Barrel from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas feature multiple points of articulation sculpted by Cortez Studios. Cool. Let's get them open. Let's pop these on out. I don't know if they'll have a stand for them because they probably just stand on their own pretty well. I would think. Oh, okay. They have a little like space for like a peg on their foot. So awesome. Let's get this open. So, man, they look cool. Look at this. Great sculpt. And let's see. I would think the arms would still move, even if all they do is turn. But I also don't want to crack them off. It said multiple points of articulation. Like, does the legs move at all? What's going on here? It looks like they do. It's like moving back, but then it moves forward on its own. So, does the head turn? Oof. Definitely don't want to crack anything off. So, just throwing this out there. Perhaps these things are supposed to move and articulate. Since mine aren't, I don't want very easily. I don't want to just keep pushing them and pushing them. So I'm gonna leave them as is. And put this right here in his foot. And just have him stand up like that. Okay. So next, let's put him right here. Let's see, definitely. Okay, his legs do move. Look at that. His feet turn. He's got his little tail here. It's actually coming between his legs. You see that? Let's see, his arms move. Do they go out too? No, I think they just spin. I feel like a little bit oily. And then does his head turn? Looks like it could, but since it's not, I don't want to force it because I'm afraid I'll crack it off. Now how he looks. Put this right here. There we go. And let's get her out. Man, her head definitely turns. Her arms definitely turn. Spin out. The wrists, not so sure. The legs do. Oof. And they're super stiff, so I'm sure you can hear all that. We'll put this one right here. It's not going in on that one. Let's try this one. Let's try pushing this down and in right here. Nope, wouldn't go in. So you heard all that squeaking. Sorry guys, couldn't get it to go in. Apologize for that. And it just ran away. So let's take a look at our accessories here. We actually have masks for them and a big old lollipop. Get these masks out. Let's see how they look. Look good from here. So, I don't remember who's supposed to be holding the lollipop, and it's not. The picture isn't on the box, so that's all right. there's one thing I forgot to mention was that I don't see any like little order catalog in there. So with hers, let's see. I wonder if, okay, let's open this up a little. I definitely don't want to break it, but I can put that right here. Look at that. Cool. Let's see what this guy right here. Can definitely put that on there. It kind of just pops into place there. Our bad boy right here. We can just have that go right there. And there we go. So that's cool. Who actually has a hand that'll hold this? Because they all have, their hands are wide open. So I don't see anybody that would actually have a hand to hold it. Okay, so let's set her over here. Back, see how her legs go back a little bit. There we go. And have these two. There we go. I think that definitely looks cool. Put their masks right here. Oop. And that looks so great. Put the lollipop right there. All right, man, that looks so awesome. So let's keep moving. What do you say? Last one in this set from Wave 1, 2018, the 25th anniversary, is Pajama Jack with 0. It'll give us another 0, and it'll give us really awesome Pajama Jack. So look how great this box looks. There we are. And this one in the back says, I wonder if it says the same thing, not sure. It says, after witnessing the glitz and glamour of Halloween Town, Jack Skellington returns to Halloween Town with visions of sugar plums dancing in his head. He concocts a plan to put on Christmas his own way, using the spooky resources at hand, but it requires lots of careful planning and scientific experimentation. Of course, this action figure, Pajama Jack from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, features multiple points of articulation, includes a display stand, sculpted by Cortez Studios. Look at that great artwork right there. Well, I guess photograph, I should say. 0 looks cool. And they appear to be standing there and floating without boxes. I don't know why I said boxes, I meant stands. There we are. And look how great this looks. And because they're so tall, they don't fit in the size of this box. Cool. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. There we are. Look how great this Jack looks. Come on. Alright, cool. Look. This neck actually moves down here at the base and moves up here. So this is a really awesome figure, especially for that articulation. I'm all about that articulation. Same thing with this bad boy. Alright, so let's get the 0 out. He definitely looks very much so like this other one. The ear is slightly different, but that's really it. Slightly. Get these two stands out. Except we have one stand glued to the back. Taped to the back at least. And then let's pop these. Oh, no wonder they're falling off. Because they're stuck right here. Cool. Alright, set this aside. Let's zoom on out. Okay. Let's pop this right back on. It's pretty loosely in there, if you'll notice. I think the same thing would be for this one. It's a little tighter. And let's see. See if we can get 0 stand. Just twist it like that. And this one. There we go. Oh, that popped right on out. Just put them right here. Twist that right on in there. There we go. How do you feel about that? That looks really cool. awesome. Okay, let's get our Jack Skellington, and man, he looks great. Look at his feet, look at his little pajamas, and let's see if his ankles articulate. They do. I'm like, oh, what if they're not supposed to? I'm over here turning it. There we go. Got the knee articulation here. That's cool. And the wrists, they turn. They do, actually. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna break it. So, okay, look at this great sculpt. Looks absolutely wonderful. And I'm so glad this one has a clear stand instead of black stand. Let's pop this right on in here. And let's get this going twisted in there. Very cool. Get that one in there. And let's stand this up like this. There we go. And let's see what sort of cool articulation we can kind of come up with. Spin that there, spin that there. There we are. Look at that. Now we're talking. There we go. This looks just so amazing. Too bad we can't bring the elbow in just a little bit further so we can have him touch his chin like he's thinking of a plan. So that would be absolutely wonderful. But yeah, there we go. All right, that looks absolutely wonderful. So let's get him over here. Let's put him in front of this trick-or-treater. Uh-oh, he's starting to lean. There we go. That looks great. Have him here. Have that there and that there. I guess it doesn't matter. There's more room for it here, but there we go. Tell me that doesn't look absolutely amazing. Great. Oh, Zero. Almost forgot about you, buddy. How can you forget about Zero? How's that? Okay. Awesome. Let's move on to our last three boxes. And our last three boxes, let's see. What do we want to do first? We'll do that one last, I guess. Okay, let's move on to this Vampire Jack and Winged Demon. So this is really cool. I saw this 2-pack with in the big versions of the Diamond Select toys that have background, build a background. So that was really cool. So let's see what it says back here. Vampire Jack and Winged Demon. The Pumpkin King of Halloween, Jack Skellington, is the de facto leader of Halloween Town, advising the mayor and planning out each year's festivities well in advance. But while he is a master of all things spooky, he wants something more, and an unplanned trip to Christmas Town has him reconsidering his afterlife choices. This deluxe action figure of Vampire Jack from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas features multiple points of articulation sculpted by Cortez Studios. Very nice. So these boxes are very much bigger than the ones we just opened. They're roughly the same size as the very first two boxes we just opened. They're bigger than the Wave 1. They're wider, but they're not taller. Okay, again, to bend his legs in like that, so he can be to scale. There we are. Ooh. And this piece of tape had him like, whoa. So that looks great. That looks great. This looks great. And this has a little piece. I guess we can hold up our Winged Demon. That looking boy. Let's cut that. Let's get this right on out of here. Cool. There we are. And where's the box? It's right over here. Okay, so what are you thinking? Now, which ones are your favorites so far? So, get this one out here. This one's simple. Looks kind of funny. His head looks like it could. Oh, it does. Does articulate. Look at that. And his arms do articulate too. Unbelievable. Or at least they look like it's supposed to articulate, because I just lost one. Alright, well, this is going to sound crazy. I literally feel like I looked everywhere and did not find that arm. That's so crazy. No idea where it went. I spent forever looking for it. I just paused our video for a moment and... Interesting. Alright, well, so we just got to move on anyway. So we'll just put right here where... to see how we have them flying. Cool. This one looks more clear than this one. I'll put them with this one right here. Twist for that. I have no idea what happened to his arm. That'll be a mystery for another day, I guess. There we go. Let's move it this way. Cool. Bring this here. There we go. Finally got it to twist. Let's bring this up a little bit. So I kind of got it snaking around so that I can have him just like that. There we go. We can lift him up higher if we like. At this point I'm like, nice, cool. He's good. He's good. We can move him somewhere else in a minute. Let's take a look at our Jack. I don't know what happened to that dude's arm. That was crazy. Look at this great sculpt again. Look at that facial expression. Could probably put a little bit of white right there in between what would be his eyebrows. Love the fact that his mouth's open like he's talking, and some of the paint's already come off on his tucks. But Vampire Jack looks awesome. So let's straighten out his legs. He's got that joint right there. Yeah, I can definitely move that around. Bring that there. Spin this around. We have a great opportunity to pose him, definitely. Bring that right there. So that looks great. And of course, we can definitely pose him well for his arms here. His wrists do turn. That looks great. And the only difficult part's gonna... oh no, good, good, good. We can put this through here. My fear was that we were gonna have to do it from underneath. Now, assuming I can get it to go in there. Okay, good. And assuming I can get this to bend. Let me unlock this just a bit. There we go. Have to at least budge. There we go. Cool. Okay. Spin this a couple times. We'll have it good as new. And articulation on the head. That works good. Okay, great. Awesome. So let's see if we can have this Jack right here. Bring this 0 forward, I guess. Look how cool that looks. Oh, I don't want the Jack to fall forward. So we can bring this leg forward. There we go. Very cool. This is getting better by the moment. Alright, let's see what we got next. Go ahead and open our other Sally. And this one has Mummy Boy. Look at him. He's a Cyclops mummy. That looks cool. It's a beautiful package. And let's see what it says right here. It says Sally and Mummy Boy. Again, hopefully this isn't the exact same thing that one says, but Sally is a rag doll made from various body parts and stuffed with leaves, and she lives in Halloween Town, the stitched together creation of Dr. Finkelstein. She is locked up at night and rarely allowed to go off on her own. Along with fellow Halloween Town resident Mummy Boy, she helps Jack Skellington realize his dreams of becoming the new Sandy Claus. But even she has doubts about his vision of a spooky Christmas. These deluxe action figures of Sally and Mummy Boy from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas each possess multiple points of articulation and are in scale to other Diamond Select toys and action figures. sculpted by Cortez Studios. And that'll be the last one we open over here after this one. Let's zoom out. Get this open. Again, this was from Wave 2 for the 25th anniversary. Let's take a look. Let's see. Oop. I'm a little crazy and hit my camera over here. Got a little overzealous. Wow. Knocking stuff everywhere. Okay. Yep, Mummy Boy. Look at Mummy Boy. See his head. Looks like it's supposed to turn. Just support it. Alright, I guess I'm good if it doesn't turn. The arm looks like it's supposed to articulate, so I'm just gonna push it to see if it's supposed to. And then the leg looks like it spins here. And that's really the only articulation that probably has. Let's bring our Sally out, bring our stand out, and there's probably gonna be a little mini stand in here. There we go. There it is. And it's on the outside. Okay, cool. Very nice. Sit that over here. And Mummy Boy. Looks like you're going to be standing on here, Mummy Boy. Oh, it's not going in. There we go. I was able to force it way in there. Okay. Put Mummy Boy over here somewhere. There we go. And the Sally again. Let's see. He's a little bit different from the other one. A little bit. The dress looks wider. These button looking deals look bigger. And let's see. It looks like we can articulate her just a little bit better. So yeah, this Sally is better than the brand new one. Her legs come really far forward though, look at that. And so it's very similar, but it's not the exact same. We also don't have that line back here that we had on the other one. Let's see. I like that her eyes are looking in a different direction. She has that partial smile going. And yeah, it's a very good looking Sally. It's awesome sculpt. Look at the awesome pattern. I'm really digging this. So, the Sally is way cooler. If you can get your hands on this one. Let's see, what are we going to do with this so that we can make sure we get it right. I wonder if, no, that'll be too far in. So let's bend this out. There we go. Let's see if we can do this. There we are. Let's get that going in there. It's not really in a good place to be able to screw in there. I don't want to break her hair off because it's really applying pressure to her hair. So, alright, let's just try this now. There we go. Okay, cool. Bring that on over here. Again, so we can turn her feet out. There we go, and her shoulders move just like the other one. Okay, let's move her wrist, which moved pretty well. And she's looking that way. This is a great looking Sally. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Very nice. Alright, let's put it right over here. Let's just fix her legs a little bit. How are we going to have her leg coming forward a little bit if we can? Because her knees are pretty loose. So, there we are. Okay, that looks pretty good. Look at that. Man, that's a lot of action figures now that I think about it. Alright. And last but not least, we have Devil and Undersea Gao. Not girl, but gal. Look at this. It doesn't have artwork for them, but it has artwork for Jack Skellington. Let's see what it says. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, 25 years. The residents of Halloween Town are the monsters and creatures who make Halloween possible. A bunch of scary characters. They love nothing more than to frighten people year after year. But when Jack Skellington has an idea to take over Christmas, the Undersea Gao, the devil, and their fellow citizens go along with his wild plan and do their best to recreate the holiday. These deluxe action figures of the Devil and Undersea Gao from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas each possess multiple points of articulation and are in scale to other Diamond Select Toys action figures, sculpted by Cortez Studios. So, this would complete all 3 sets, the 2 from 2018, the 25-year anniversary, and well, I did say there's 1 box missing, but from the 3 from this year, because there were only 3 and not 6 from this year. But it would have just been a duplicate of those, so which is why I didn't get them. That was, I believe, an exact duplicate. Cool, look at this. I didn't anticipate seeing this over here. You're about to see. Look at this Jack in the box. Oh, look, and it's attached right here. I love the way this looks. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. Look at this. Check that out. The cranks, everything about this looks great. This vinyl right here, look at this scary cat looking deal. Just put that right on in there. Look at that. That looks so awesome. Put that right all over there. Alright. Looks amazing. Let's get these figures out. Let's get our 2 stands. And these are the only oval stands that we have. Interesting that these are oval, not round like the other ones. Okay. Interesting that this one stand, why is there only 1 stand? What if I got gypped because we have 2 figures that need stands? So, again, looking out for that. Diamond Select Toys. Where's my other stand? Alright, whatever. Let's take a look. Undersea Gao. Let's see what sort of... Looks like her neck's supposed to articulate, but since it's not moving, I'm not going to push it. Okay. What about arm articulation? I don't want to crack her arm off. And it's not moving readily, and it very well might, because we've seen how these have been a little bit tighter joints than normal, but we'll leave it as it is. Look at that. Diamond Select Toys. I love the sculpt right here where it's got these like scales. Let me see, I'm gonna try one more time. Kind of rock it. If it's not rocking back and forth. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Just rocked it till it moved so that it wasn't just like applying constant pressure. This one's not wanting to budge, so I'm not willing to. There we go. It's like not willing to crack those off. Look at that. Again. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Very cool. Awesome. So one of them needs a stand. There we go. I guess this one doesn't need a stand. I'm hoping that's why I didn't have one, but nonetheless. Put her right here. Very cool. Let's take a look at this guy right here. Looks funny. So we can't. There we go. His head. Look at his goatee right here. His little beard. This super long nose. Horns match his head. Ears. And look at the top of his collar, which comes open like a banana. Let's see. You can get his arms to move just by, again, kind of rocking them back and forth. There we go. Okay. And then his tail's in the way on this one, so let's see. Okay, cool. So that's awesome. His legs look like they are supposed to turn. Don't know. His tail. Okay, cool. His tail does turn. So that's awesome. There's not a whole lot of articulation. So, and then again, this probably isn't your favorite figure in the set, but definitely helps us flesh out Halloween Town. So it can be a lot more colorful. What do you think about that? Let's see if we can, oops. Knocking everything over. What do you think about that? So, guys, I've had an absolutely amazing, wonderful time hanging out with you here today. I hope you have too. And let me know which one of these you think are super amazing, which one of these you think are alright, and which ones you might have, or, you know, you think are the best. So let me know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And again, Halloween's coming up, so you're probably seeing this right before, right after, or soon. Yeah, on the same day. But either way, happy Halloween to you guys. And we'll be seeing you soon. Again, a quick look at how amazing these action figures look from Diamond Select Toys. And check, make it back to our homepage so that you can see more great videos from Super Channel G. So until next time, guys, happy Halloween and peace out. Thanks for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Peace.